My name is Dezio. I'm a French graffiti artist. When I first came to China, it felt very like a kind of culture shock. When I came to Shanghai in 2007, I suddenly realized that they had sandwiches, they had coffee. You felt kind of like in love with the entire area. That's what basically decided me to move. In 2007, there really was almost no street art in China, in Shanghai, in both actually. There was a boom in 2010 with the World Expo. That brought in a lot of artists who wanted to come to China, paint on Moganshan Road. And at the same time, that suddenly created this huge boom culturally. Many Chinese, young Chinese kids who suddenly would see actual graffiti on the streets. And when they saw what it looked like, they saw what it was, they were really like, they all wanted to try and start. Now from 2010 to 2015, we had a lot of that. Now there's some who are really talented and who really push their art to a like an international level and who are doing like some really interesting things now. I've taken the city into my art in the way of how I see it as a juxtaposition of colors. Shanghai is a city where from one neighborhood to the next, everything changes. Sometimes like just in one building, you'll see the ground floor, you have like small store, then the first floor, there's like a restaurant, like office, and then residential. And they all have like the facade is completely different. And this juxtaposition of like colors that are just layered up to each other, I think that has been very inspiring for me. When I go around and I look at color in my environment, I take ideas from that to do in my painting. Over the past, let's say around 16 years that I've been living in Shanghai, I've painted a lot of places and I have a lot of paintings. On some of the paintings that we do, we involve local communities, such as the Colorway of Love that I did in Lujiabanglu, which is a big wall with 3 little parrots and big brush strokes and hiding under flowers. And this whole entire wall was kind of to beautify the neighborhood. And so for this, we involved the local community where I came with my idea. We had a little talk, and then while I was painting, we actually invited them over, and so it did kind of this open workshop. Yeah, it's a very open kind of culture here in China. It's just people see it as you're painting. There's not like a graffiti or anything. It's just making art in a public environment. Shanghai is a city that has really evolved so fast. Neighborhoods that really don't look anything alike from one place to the next. You can walk like just a couple of blocks and you'll feel like as if you're in a totally new world. With this comes this drastic change in the environment. A lot of places are trying to involve artists inside their environment to try and make it more humanistic. This is more like, I would say, street art than actual graffiti. It becomes a lot more enjoyable for people to like want to stroll down. They enjoy their time a lot more instead of just as a way of passage where people just like walk by. So I think that's how art in an environment helps beautify and at the same time improve a neighborhood.